I hope what I'm about to do can be seen. So I have several pots. I have this one back here, which has a Rose of Sharon. It has, well, let me give you a closer look. I have a Rose of Sharon, and I have this sedum here, which is just wonderful with these yellow blossoms, which once they're done, you just cut it off, and it just keeps, producing on the newer stalks here. They'll just keep pushing up new blossoms. So that's great. But it's in a pot, and I can move it. And it's wonderful here. It's really good here. But I wanted to just explore my options. I have this one here, which has more of the sedum. It has some peonies. No, I always get those two mixed up. Poppy. These are poppy. This is hosta, which is a smaller variety. And I have this petunia here. I'm not a fan of petunias, but when they're on a discount rack, you buy things and you make it work, and it adds a great amount of color. And this is in a pot. It's great. If this wasn't here, this area would be kind of plain. It would just be the ground cover. But to be able to have that elevated pop of color and this bluish foliage amongst the chartreuse foliage really is nice. But I have this pot back here which is really looking glorious right now. I have the coleus. I have coleus here along with some pansies, which are hanging in there from the springtime. In the back side of that pot there, I would like to plant some shade plants. I have, hold on, let me show you. I have these plants which I picked up this week that just passed in Maryland, and I would like to plant them. I have this little redhead, and I think that would be great in the back side of that pot because this needs, it's a perennial, it needs sun to shade, and I think that area gets sun to shade, so that would be kind of nice back there. I also have this as an option to put back there. It says shade to part shade, so that means it really doesn't like sun at all, and the foliage is really lovely. It got a little too much sun, so it's a little crispy, so I could tuck this in there too, or just have this one. And then I also have this this fern here, which I really love because of the stem work. It's black or chocolate brown with these feathery looking leaves, so I could put all three, which wouldn't be a bad idea, in that pot in the back side. So I'm contemplating that. But in the meantime, so the back side of that pot is what I'm talking about, and those coleus are going to get pretty tall, so I don't want to smother out those perennial shade loving plants. I could move the bird feeder because the birds really aren't drinking out of it now, and put those in there. All right, that's a thought off camera. But for what I was thinking about right now is to clean up. 1 second. Apparently they wanted to invite us to their party, so I had to wait for the car to go by. I could cut all these suckers off and clean up this magnolia bush. And I want to take this pot here and move it here and introduce all of that bright, brilliant color here, and then take this pot and place it back there, and just swap those out because again, the raw coleus looks great having all of those across, but I could bring that color forward, move this one back, and really just try something a little bit different. I could move this one, but the Rose of Sharon might suffer with the lack of light. I really think I should just swap these two out, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm also going to remove these suckers, and then we can see what that looks like in video number 2. So bear with me. Remember what it looks like now, and then I'll make those changes, and then I'll come right back.